The mystery of déjà vu. Have you been here before? You're sitting in a restaurant you've never visited before. The waiter walks over, sets down the menu, and suddenly a chill runs down your spine. You've been here. You know exactly what he's about to say. You know the next song that's going to play, and then just as fast as it came, it's gone. That strange, unsettling feeling has a name: déjà vu. And for centuries it has baffled scientists, haunted philosophers, and made ordinary people question reality itself. So what actually is it? A glitch in the brain? A memory from a past life? Or is there something far stranger going on? The phrase déjà vu is French. It literally means already seen, and it's far more common than most people realize. Studies suggest that roughly 60 to 80% of people have experienced it at least once. Some people feel it regularly, others go their entire lives without a single episode. It usually lasts only a few seconds, but in that window you feel completely convinced that this exact moment, this conversation, this room, this sentence has happened before. Not that it resembles something, that it is something you've already lived. The strange part? When you try to grab the memory and pin it down, it vanishes. There's nothing there, just a feeling with no address. For a long time, science didn't take déjà vu seriously. It was dismissed as a quirk, a trick of tired minds, but that changed. Neuroscientists now believe déjà vu is essentially a misfiring in the brain's memory system. Here's how it works. Your brain processes experiences in two steps. First, it takes in new information. Then it checks that information against stored memories to decide, have I seen this before? Most of the time, those two steps happen in perfect sequence. New experience first, memory check second. But occasionally, those steps fire out of order, or even simultaneously. The brain runs the familiarity check on something it hasn't finished processing yet, so your mind generates a feeling of recognition for something it technically hasn't experienced. It's like your brain sending an email to itself and then receiving it before it was written. Researchers have found strong evidence for this through patients with temporal lobe epilepsy. Many epileptic patients report intense, prolonged episodes of déjà vu right before a seizure because their temporal lobe, the region responsible for memory, is misfiring electrically. When scientists stimulated that same region during surgery, they induced the feeling on demand. Same chill, same eerie certainty. Déjà vu, it turns out, might be less of a mystery and more of a maintenance alert, your brain catching its own mistake in real time. But not everyone is satisfied with that explanation because it doesn't fully account for how specific the feeling can be. Not just this feels familiar, but I know what happens next. Some researchers point to a theory called dual processing, the idea that your brain has two streams running in parallel, a fast, unconscious stream and a slower, conscious one. Déjà vu happens when the fast stream gets ahead of the conscious one, creating the illusion that you're remembering something your slower mind is only just now experiencing. Then there's the hologram theory, the idea that memory doesn't work like a filing cabinet where each memory is stored in one place. Instead, every memory is distributed across multiple regions of the brain, and sometimes a new experience shares enough fragments with an old one that the whole system fires, even if the original memory was something you've completely forgotten. You've seen a table like this, a light like this, heard a voice at this pitch, and your brain stitches them together into a phantom memory that feels completely real. Now here's where it gets really interesting, because science explains the mechanism, but it doesn't explain why the feeling is so loaded, so emotionally heavy, why it doesn't feel like a brain glitch, it feels like a revelation. Throughout history, people have interpreted déjà vu as evidence of past lives, the soul recognizing a place or a person it has known before. Others have called it a tear in the simulation, a moment when the program running our reality briefly stutters. Some philosophers argued it was evidence of eternal recurrence, the idea that time is cyclical and we have quite literally lived this moment before. None of those theories have scientific backing, but they reveal something important. Déjà vu doesn't just confuse us, it moves us. It makes us feel, even briefly, that our lives are more layered than they appear, that there is something underneath the ordinary. And maybe that's the real reason we've been fascinated by it for so long. So, the next time that feeling hits you, that eerie certainty that you've been here before, take a second to sit with it. It might just be your temporal lobe misfiring, a memory fragment reassembling itself in the wrong order, a maintenance alert from the most complex object in the known universe, or maybe, just maybe, it's something more. The brain has answered a lot of questions, but the mystery of déjà vu reminds us that the most fascinating frontier left to explore is the one sitting right behind your eyes. If you found this mind-bending, hit that subscribe button because we're just getting started.